This is In Demand Uncut with Jim Gellatly at the cutting edge of new music.
Lack of waterproofs today is down to the fact when I read the weather report it said 0% precipitation. It has of course just started to rain. I have an umbrella back somewhere, and this is the first day Tea in the Park it's my 19th Tea in the Park, and this is the first time I have ever worn wellies. So I'm ready for it. As are the boys from Bombay Bicycle Club. Hey guys.
Hello.
Hey. So you're back at Tea in the Park. You weren't here last year. Here the year before, I think, playing one of the tents. You're on the main stage this year. Does that make a big difference for you?
It's kind of blowing my mind. Like, we have the dressing room next to McFly, and we're on after them. It's completely blown my mind. I always assume McFly will be like headlining festivals just because when I was, 12, they're a massive band. I guess things change.
Does this mean you're a fan?
I wouldn't say I was a fan. I just assumed they're bigger than us.
But does it mean you were a fan when you were about 12?
Again, I wasn't particularly a fan then.
Ed is not admitting to anything here whatsoever. We're in this sort of compound where we've got the elbow tent over there. James Morrison's there. You're next to McFly and Keane over there. So do you think the main stage acts keep away from the plebs?
I hope so. I don't know. No,
the plebs, not the plebs as in the audience, but the plebs as in the bands playing the lesser stages.
They certainly keep away from us. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, no. Yeah, we haven't actually spoken to anyone yet. So.
So they probably actually keep away.
We went on tour with Elbow in Australia a couple of months ago. So hopefully they'll be welcoming again. Hopefully we didn't embarrass ourselves too much on that.
Do you find when you're doing festivals that there's a lot of familiar faces you keep bumping into?
Yeah. I just bumped into someone that supported us outside the toilet from Dog is Dead. So it's always in awkward situations, like maybe they'll be sitting next to you in the toilet doing a poo at the same time. That's a good way to bond.
I'm terrible with names, so I always end up reintroducing myself to people I've met, and I should remember it's the worst thing.
How do you prepare for a show like this? Is everyone different, or do you just have to get into a festival mindset and say, right, this is what we do because we're at a festival?
I mean, it's July, but the festival season kind of started in May. It's because it starts so early now, so you're kind of into the swing of it by now. And I mean, this is the first kind of big outdoor main stage slot we've done this summer. But I think you just have to approach it like everything else and not worry too much about it. And I mean, we actually played, we did a private party last night, and I was more nervous for that than I am for today, just because today, like, you're going to have loads of your fans there. So, like, it can never go too wrong, I think.
I mean, when you're used to sort of playing tents at a festival like this, and then you're doing the main stage, which is obviously outdoors, do you think if the weather isn't so great, you'd rather be in a tent, or are you fine? Because people are up for it anyway. It's Scotland.
Well, at the first festival we ever did, which was V Festival when we were 16, and it actually started raining as soon as we came on stage. So I think we kind of had a baptism of fire with that, and we were playing on an outdoor stage. I've always wanted to play at night with like the rain coming down really heavily, like that famous Radiohead set at Glastonbury. When he was singing, was it Paranoid Android? And there's that line about rain down, and then it started raining. So if we could have a moment like that, then that would be great.
I've been desperately trying to think who could possibly headline Tea in the Park 20, which is next year. And you just mentioned Radiohead. That's a good call. That's one I hadn't thought about, because I was thinking, it needs to be something iconic, or something that maybe a band that maybe played one of the early Tea in the Parks, and Radiohead did. Any other suggestions apart from yourselves? It'd be great to get you guys back for 20 as well. Who else could play?
Well, this is the problem with festivals at the moment generally, though, isn't there? There aren't that many bands to headline them.
Which is something that people have criticised Tea in the Park this year for, and almost like it's recycling bands, apart from Stone Roses, Kasabian and Snow Patrol.
And Snow Patrol are probably headlining a lot of festivals, and I think it kind of makes those headline slots a bit less special. And the Stone Roses are even seem to be doing loads as well. Well, obviously they will be doing a lot this summer, but who else?
That would be good.
I guess like the Killers will have a new album out next year, so they'll probably be back to headline festivals. But then again, that doesn't like massively excite me, to be honest.
I think that would massively excite the crowd. Okay, I've got it now in my head. The 3 headliners for Tea in the Park 20th anniversary 2013 will be Radiohead, The Killers, and the Rolling Stones. There you have it. Watch this space. Bombay Bicycle Club have brilliant Tea in the Park. Look forward to your set later.
Good, we'll see you later.
Yeah, see you in a bit. Thanks.
In Demand. Uncut.